Thank you. No one in this city or this region should have to become accustomed to hearing gunshots at night. No mother should worry that her son won't return from home after a walk on the street because of the street on which he grew up. No one street or neighborhood should be overtaken by violence and fear. Everyone in this region, everyone in this county deserves a safe neighborhood, a quiet street, and a secure home to live and raise a family. The vast majority of people in every neighborhood across this county are law-abiding people who just want safety and peace for themselves and for their families. However, the lion's share of serious street violence in this region is committed at the hands of only a few. There are a small number of individuals who are intent on violence, serious crime, and destruction. It is these individuals who drive violence and undermine public safety. About 2 years ago, Detective Lieutenant Sean Marr, the commander of my office's State Police Detective Unit, and I discussed a rash of violence and the perpetrators of it, who law enforcement knew had gone on a spree of violence and destruction. We realized that if law enforcement was able to focus on this small population of highly violent offenders, assaults, shootings, and murders would decrease. With this idea, I in fact spoke with Deputy Colonel Scott Warmington, who's here somewhere, about the support of the Massachusetts State Police to help my office create this unit. The response was immediate and affirmative. After more thought and planning, I then issued an open invitation to police departments and other law enforcement agencies to engage with me and consider committing resources to this effort. What has resulted is a unique task force, both in its focus and in its construction. The Strategic Action and Focused Enforcement Unit, or SAFE, is a full-time permanent unit that works out of the Hampden District Attorney's Office and includes, as you can see, federal, state, and local law enforcement, all committed to a singular goal. Formally committed departments include the Massachusetts State Police, U.S. Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, Homeland Security Investigations, Massachusetts National Guard, Hampden Sheriff's Department, and the Holyoke, West Springfield, and East Longmeadow Police Departments. We are proud and grateful that these agencies, which span the law enforcement spectrum, are willing to dedicate precious resources to this unit that is so unique and special. We all understand and agree that this small number of determined, violent people present a regional and serious threat to public safety. We know that our collective efforts with these individuals will not just benefit, of all citizens in all communities. I've also dedicated an experienced assistant district attorney from my staff to work exclusively with SAFE. This ADA will assist investigators in the course of an investigation and follow those arrests into court to ensure that violent offenders are detained where fair and appropriate. SAFE's focus is on violent and gang-involved individuals who have the greatest impact on public safety. The dedicated full-time investigators in SAFE include very experienced and talented investigators who have and will continue to use state-of-the-art technology and the most sophisticated techniques of investigation. Our commitment is to lawful, efficient, and effective investigations of violent criminals. This methodology is designed to disrupt criminal organizations with lawful precision and strength. After formally coming together about 2 months ago, SAFE took on its first initiative. The quote, Knox Street Posse is known for its unbridled violence in firearms trafficking and narcotics distribution throughout western New England, particularly the Hampden County and southern Vermont areas. In the last couple of years, members of this group have distinguished themselves as the most violent and brazen individuals in this region and executed unrelenting attacks on members of a rival group in the city of Springfield, playing out their own street war. The bloodshed includes dozens of shootings and other assaults, which has resulted in serious injury and death. Accordingly, knowing that this relatively small group of men was causing significant and widespread violence in and around the Springfield area, SAFE began, quote, Operation Knox Out, an intelligence-based investigation to assemble evidence and arrest key members of this gang. With long hours, great skill, and fierce dedication to public safety, Operation Knox Out proved to be an extraordinary success. With the arrests and confiscations that I will detail, the SAFE unit has dismantled the Knox Street Posse. The operation, in fact, yielded 15 arrests of Knox Street Posse members and associates, more than 20 firearms seized, well over 100,000 bags of heroin that were taken off the streets, almost 3 kilograms of cocaine seized, and about $70,000 in U.S. currency. Among the most notable arrests are the Garcia brothers, Jeremy, Austin, and Justin. The Garcia brothers led the Knox Street Posse. After being the focal point of the operation, all are now charged with serious crimes for which they are held by the state's dangerousness statute for a minimum period of 120 days. In addition to the Garcia brothers, another notable arrest is that of Nathan Mercado. Mercado was a longtime associate and conspirator of the Garcias. He is charged with multiple firearms offenses and violently fought with 2 police officers upon his arrest. Joseph McLeod, a known close associate of the Garcia brothers and the Knox Street Posse, was arrested with various drugs and a fully loaded high-capacity firearm. Omar Harris, another close associate and advisor to the Garcia brothers and the Knox Street Posse, was arrested only after leading SAFE members on a dangerous high-speed pursuit before crashing his vehicle. He is charged with felony assaults and was found to have and is charged with trafficking in heroin over 200 grams. Jonathan Martinez, who is currently held for a federal probation warrant and was picked up on that, is also expected to face additional charges based on his alleged involvement in 2 recent shootings. Operation Knox Out, as I've said, yielded 15 arrests, with 12 of those individuals charged being held on dangerousness, and 3 others initially detained on cash bail amounts. I think it's appropriate to also applaud the court system. My office made sound and lawful arguments, and these violent individuals are all being held. Here, the court system did its job in protecting our law-abiding citizens and keeping these offenders off the streets. Rhetoric on public safety is easy and commonplace, but the partners here moved in a decided direction towards something different and something innovative. This assembled group of law enforcement leaders, many of them behind me, has committed to an aggressive focus on investigating and arresting and prosecuting the most violent offenders. SAFE has a singular goal to promote safer streets, safer neighborhoods, and safer communities across Hampden County. I do want to issue some special thank yous, certainly to the men and women behind me. Their leadership and their courage in investing in this unit formally with precious human resources is laudable and is truly, I think, the highest form of their public service. I'm proud to be a part of this and to stand with them shoulder to shoulder, not only on this effort, but many other efforts across the board of the work that we do. I also need to give special thanks to Sergeant Liam Jones of the Massachusetts State Police, who leads this unit and has worked so diligently both in helping us prepare and develop the idea, but also in the operational period over the last 6 or 8 weeks. Detective Lieutenant Sean Marr, who I mentioned, who really was a big part of developing the idea. Assistant District Attorney Carrie Beattie, who sits to my right, who was very important and instrumental, really, to the investigation that led so successfully to so many arrests. And I want to focus my thanks on just a few individuals who were so important to Operation Knox Out. First, Ed Kalish from the Springfield Police Department was really terrific. Tara Kelleher from the Hampden Sheriff's Department did a lot of the very important work that led to the arrests. And Chris Bizdu from ATF was also extraordinarily important. And really every member of the task force has done a phenomenal job, and I'm so proud to stand here making this announcement. And it's important to recognize, not only did we make these arrests, but this unit is a permanent, fully staffed unit running out of this office that will continue to focus its efforts on the most violent individuals for the foreseeable future. And the fantastic success with which we started with Operation Knox Out is only the beginning. And it's really focused on violent offenders, that small handful of individuals in this region who are committed to violence. And that is really, as I said, for safer neighborhoods and safer streets and safer communities. So with that, I know some of the folks here would like to address the media and the public. I'll open it up first to Colonel Chris Mason from the Mass State Police. Sir?
Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to start just by thanking DA Gulluni for his leadership and his vision in establishing this task force. I'd also like to thank all the assembled law enforcement partners that we work with, both at the local, state, county, and federal level. It's really a team effort, and I couldn't be prouder of the work that they've done to date. And we're really looking forward to continuing to be a part of this task force, a part of this public safety initiative, and continue to build on the successes we've had to date. I think that the strategy of focusing, utilizing data and intelligence to really focus on the most prolific violent offenders in our community is a sound one. It's a proven strategy and one we're committed to. Hopefully by removing and disrupting the activities of this small group of people within our community yields great public safety outcomes for the majority of the communities, and we're focused on doing that. So once again, I'd just like to thank you, sir, for your leadership, and I want people to know that the state police will continue to be a proud partner of the DA's office and of the Safe Task Force. Thank you.
Thank you, Colonel.